your host for today's Local Music Spotlight. Today we're taking a look at Princess Anne High School Fabulous Marching Cavaliers, or FMC for short. An incredible, talented marching band has been under the leadership of band director Mr. John Boyd since 2001. We hope this will give you a taste of the hard work and preparation that goes into each marching season, the support system that surrounds it, the importance of music education in our schools, and their motto, unity with pride. Let's get started. We have a special, very special program prepared for you all today. To start off, we are going to introduce you to some folks who are going to tell us a bit more about the FMC and their road to the state championship.
I'm John Boyd. I'm the band director at Princess Anne High School.
I'm Callie Akabuchi. I'm a teacher here at Princess Anne, and I drum tech with the drumline.
I'm Ariel. I'm in 11th grade. I'm in color guard.
So my name is Sam Saunders. I'm the drum major of the Fabulous Marching Cavaliers. So it's my job. Am I holding the mic close now? Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of just my job to oversee everything, kind of be like the representative of the marching band, and I answer directly to Mr. Boyd.
So today we finished learning a whole show last week. So this week now we're going back, we're cleaning vital areas that are maybe not as to the level that we want for performance standards. We are preparing for our state championship at Liberty University on November 5th. And it's, we're the band's three-time defending state champions for their class.
It's been great. This year has been definitely different from every other year, just because we have such a unique show with everything that we're doing. But I love it, and I love what it brings out in people. And you see that every year, but especially this year, since I'm a senior now and I'm the drum major, I get to really get to see everyone, and I get to see that evolution that people make throughout the season.
They're so much fun. They are so funny. I've really enjoyed building the relationships with them and kind of seeing their growth and their improvement. And they're just so strong and amazing at it, so it's been really cool.
The Virginia Marching Band Cooperative is an organization dedicated to creating a positive and rewarding performance experience that will enhance participant skill sets and promote the art form of marching band. Each year, marching bands are tasked to come up with a theme for their show of the season. We are going to take a look at the behind the scenes of this year's FMC show open mic from their last competition in Virginia Beach at Tallwood High School, where the band won the first place for Best Music, Best Visual, and Best Effect, Best Color Guard, and Best Percussion. Check it out.
So we start the process in January of designing a show by looking at what we liked about the year before. Consider our personnel, like our individual students, the times themselves, and where the activity's gone and the evolution of the activity. And so a lot of times parents will ask, well, how do you top this year? It's like we top it by not doing the same thing again the next year. And so this year we started talking about new activities in the field that we haven't seen before in our own shows or other people's shows, and that kind of led us to the development of our show Open Mic.
The Virginia Marching Band Cooperative Tallwood Invitational is proud to present in competition performance the Princess Anne High School Fabulous Marching Cavaliers.
So there's 4 parts, we call 4 acts. Act 1 is open mic and a cafe, music is poetry. These 2 flutes get up and they play the Flower Duet from Lakme. And then we have this massive color guard moment with everybody in the band on a flag. Second act is in a club, open mic in a club, and it becomes a rap duo. And 2 kids get up there, and in the rap, they say the mic is live. You got to make a choice. If you want to dream, you got to give it a voice. which is funny. I actually had a dream one time about I was in a rap battle, and my opening line was, that guy, you can't recycle your choice. If you want a dream to live, you got to give it a voice. And so we try to incorporate that, the beginning of that, into the rap, and it's really cool. We got 2 kids get up there and rap on a stage. Part 3 is open mic at a comedy club, and this is where things kind of go off the rails a bit, because people don't really do a comedy club and a marching band show. So we got a kid up there cracking jokes, the band responding, we got a laugh track, a boo track. It's funny.
Norwegians put barcodes on their ships to scare the Navy in.
And in part 4 is karaoke. We try to turn the mic over to the audience, and we have big screen video wall out there, and we do Hey Mickey and Take On Me by AHA. And then we close out with Roar by Katy Perry.
Next on the show, we have 7 minutes with our special guest, Brandon Gardner, a Princess Anne alumni and current Woodward instructor of the Fabulous Marching Cavaliers. Welcome to the show, Brandon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Last week I heard the FMC had a state championship at Liberty University. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it was truly incredible. These kids have been working hard for the past 6 months, rehearsing since May, since June, band camp in August with 12-hour days, and this last show at Liberty was the culmination of everything. And to see all of these students giving it their all and leaving it all out on the field for an 8-minute show is truly incredible, and it was truly an amazing experience to watch them do that.
For sure, for sure. Now tell me more about your time in the band as a student at Princess Anne.
Yeah, I was my first year marching was in 2013. I graduated in 2017 with the last year of marching being in 2016. I marched saxophone, and we had the opportunity to play in some truly amazing places. We played at Liberty University, at James Madison University. One of my favorite shows that we did was up in New York at MetLife Stadium. So there's this specific moment that I remember marching past the N in the NFL logo at MetLife Stadium, which was truly amazing. My junior year, I was open up for leadership opportunities where I was the saxophone section leader, which really meant I was just in charge of the saxophones, making sure that they had the equipment that they needed and that they were prepared to put on the show. And then both my junior and senior year, I was featured soloists on the show. So if you go back and listen to those shows, you'll have the opportunity to hear me.
For sure, man, for sure. Now, what led you to your current role in FMC, and what do those responsibilities entail?
Yeah, so after I graduated in 2017, I went to Old Dominion University. I majored in getting a Bachelor of Arts in Music with an emphasis on jazz, and to continue studying what I do and what I love. And last May, the band director, John Boyd, asked me to come and be an instructor with the band. So of course, I was so excited to be able to help this program that really helped me out so much my high school years. So I came in and I work, like I said, with the woodwind family, which is the flutes, clarinets, and saxophones. And my primary emphasis is on the music aspect, making sure that everyone in those family of instruments sounds good on an individual level, making sure that they have the technique and the ability to play the music that we're playing and sound good, but also sound good as a group or as an ensemble, making sure that they're listening to each other and making sure that as a group, as the woodwinds and as an entire horn line, including the brass and everyone else, that we sound good.
Perfect, perfect. Now, what do you enjoy the most about your job?
I really enjoy seeing ideas come to life. We've been rehearsing the show, like I said, since last May, so 6 months now. But we've been storyboarding the show. We've been putting this show together since the beginning of the year, since January. And so to see just ideas written on a piece of paper of this dream of open mic, this show come to life slowly over time, to start off in May and June, just reading the music and then learning the techniques on how to march properly and well, and then starting to put the actual show together, to see those ideas come to life and follow through is a really cool opportunity to see the long term when it starts as just an idea in someone's head. Seeing your vision come to life. Yeah. Okay, sounds really good. Now, what are your most important values in FMC? So we, our motto in the FMC is a unity with pride, which means whatever we do, we're gonna do it together and we're gonna do it proudly. And I think that's such a great motto to have, and such great words to live by, as not just in marching band, but in life, the teams that we're on and the people that we're with, that we need to stand up and be great for something. And there's so many values that we learned in the FMC, that we learned through this band program, that yes, have their implications in music and being a good musician, but also just have life skills. One of the band has 17 rules that they kind of put out, and a lot of them are band oriented, but some of them, one is max it out. And this is something that I tell myself all the time, even graduating 6 years ago, to give it my all the time, regardless if it has nothing to do with music. I like that. I like that. Makes it sound like there's a lot more speciality than just doing music. It's more of pride and something that hits to your heart. Yeah. I like that, man. Why is it important to your students? So music education has been such a crucial part of my life. Obviously, in my high school years, music, what we do in the program, gave me a community of people, and gave me the opportunity to grow as a musician and an individual. And now that I get to be on the other side of it, I can see how important it is for the students that are in high school now, or the students that are going to be coming in, because, like I said, yes, we're learning about music, but it's much more about that. It's how to be productive and how to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I think that we can all learn that from the art of music. For sure. Well, it looks like our 7 minutes are up. Thank you, Brandon, for joining us. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, next, we're going to look at some more interviews, giving us a deeper look into what the FMC is all about. Check it out.
I think in the FMC, or really any marching band, they're usually not seen at the same caliber as like athletes, but the reality is like they are. We're out here, 12 hours a week at least, plus Saturday, so 4 days a week. We're marching, we're carrying instruments for the drum line, between 25 and 75 pounds, and marching it for 10 minutes.
these kids will each be leaders where they go because they know how to work towards a goal. They set a goal, work towards a goal. They know that sometimes, like, not every single slice of the way is going to be like the most crazy, amazing, fun time they ever had, but that taken in the aggregate and the whole, it would be incredibly worthwhile, and it's hard to imagine their life without it. I think pretty much what the kids are going to get out of this is they learned how to engage emotionally with something. They learned how to engage with something beyond the context of just, for this 90 minutes, this is what I did, or whatever. They have a long-term objective for that, and I think it makes, in the end, better people and friends they keep forever.
For our final segment of the day, we would like to hear from these FMC representatives about the impact that marching band has had in lives of the students.
First and foremost, perseverance and sacrifice. That if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And if something's worth having, it's worth working for. Beyond that, marching band teaches collaboration, cooperation, and communication. I know it sounds like a canned response, but it's so important that we say it so often. You have to learn how to work as an individual within a group collective, no matter what you're doing later on in life. And the marching band is where you learn that. And you learn to do it with people that you may not get along with, but you have to learn to develop a work relationship. But honestly, more often than not, you learn to work with people that become your family. And that's what we're trying to do. I'm trying, when my kids get here the first day, the first minute of the first day, I sit them down and I tell them, I don't want to waste 1 minute of your time.
I think it's almost hard to describe, like, the connection that you make with it, because a lot of people, I think, just think of it as like an extracurricular, and while it is on the surface, like, I have a very deep connection to the FMC, and like, I've been involved with it since I was like 9 now, but like, just beyond that, and especially like once I started marching, it's just, you become something like a lot bigger than you. And you make these like bonds with people. It's like a family, and like, it sounds cliche, but it's true. I consider all of those people out there my family, and I consider all the people that I have marched with before family. So I think that's the one thing that I wish people like understood a bit more, because you'll see people that are like, oh, you guys are part of a cult, and like, it does look like it, but it's not. It's a family.
We're like a family, so it's really like people you can talk to and you get to know people. Like, I used to never know anyone in the band. I was an 8th grader, but I've gotten really close to a lot of people in the band.
When we came back from COVID, people were like, oh, you know, social emotional learning, that's all this is. Music ed, and music engages with you in that way. And it's important. I don't know anybody who actually doesn't like music. I mean, it's ubiquitous across the world. Everybody, every culture has had music.
I wish that band and marching band in particular was taken more seriously by like the community.
It really, I guess, helps me get my anger out. It's a lot of exercise too, and I love exercising. So, and we put a lot of hard work into our shows and stuff, and it's just like, it's a happy feeling to be able to compete and perform them, and everyone cheer for you and everything.
There are so many people that they come in and they're just like a little bit nervous at first, or they're a bit more reserved, and then just throughout the season, I was one of them too, and throughout the season you just see them come out of their shell more and start getting more involved in stuff, and it's just really cool to see. Also, like the confidence that it brings out in people, and like the social aspect of it. But you see people who were very reserved before, and people who like maybe weren't social, especially coming out of COVID. There's a lot of people who were not very talkative or anything like that when we first started the season, and now it'd be hard to find anyone that's like alone in the FMC, which is how it should be. Everyone should be together. It's unity with pride.
So at the end of every rehearsal, they do what's called circle, and they reaffirm what their action is there. But mainly, none of these kids eats alone, walks alone, sits alone. Every one of these kids is part of a family, and that's where the unity with pride comes. And not only that, but they're part of a continuum. I think it's a tragedy to invest 4 years of high school, like with a high school marching band at PA, and then you go away and you're never part of it again. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets to come home, and they come back, and the alumni visit our rehearsals, they'll come to events and performances, and they treat it like, you know, I introduce them to the kids, and the kids they're a part of a continuum that stretches way back before any of them were born, and it'll stretch way after they're gone.
FMC, if you're watching this, I'm very proud of all of you and the amount of work that we've put in, and it's just been really, really cool seeing everyone's growth and what we've created, and I'm really proud of all of you. Thank you.
Once again, we want to thank you for tuning in to today's Local Music Spotlight. We hope you learned something from it, and we encourage you to support your local bands and remember the importance of music education for these students.